This is Headline News with Pistol from Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the world. Brought to you by Philadonian TV, sponsored by JoJoMacMusic.com. Hello everyone, I am Pistol, and this is your Headline News. New York doctors are warning that the coronavirus may cause sudden strokes in adults in their 30s and 40s who are not severely sick. The doctors at Mount Sinai Health System believe there is growing evidence that COVID-19 can cause the blood to clot in unusual ways, resulting in an uptick in strokes among patients who don't typically suffer from them. Neurosurgeon Dr. Thomas Oxley told CNN that the virus seems to be causing increased clotting in the large arteries. Oxley and his colleagues said they typically record fewer than 2 strokes per month in people under the age of 50, but in a 2-week period during the pandemic, they treated 5. Their findings are to be published in a letter in the New England Journal of Medicine. The report could be particularly troubling in New York, where officials have advised against calling 911 unless they come down with severe symptoms. The private sector organization of Jamaica has so far raised over $80 million through the PSOJ COVID-19 Jamaica Response Fund. The fund is multi-sectoral, private, public, and social services initiative done in partnership with the Council of Voluntary Social Services, CVSS, United Way of Jamaica, UWJ, American Friends of Jamaica, AFJ, and other key stakeholders. It aims to raise an initial target of $250 million to aid in Jamaica's fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. UWJ Chairman Dr. Marcia Forbes says her organization is committed to partnering with the PSOJ to ensure the initiative helps to booster the support Jamaica needs to successfully counter the effects of COVID-19. The PSOJ COVID-19 Jamaica Response Fund welcomes the support of all Jamaicans, both locally and in the diaspora, and all friends of Jamaica. Donations can be made through various channels. Minister of Health and Wellness in Jamaica, Dr. Christopher Tufton, announced that a new high-tech Cobus machine has been commissioned, thereby boosting the country's capacity to test for the coronavirus. Dr. Tufton said that the machine will allow for the testing of about 384 samples during each 8-hour shift at the lab. The minister noted that while the vast majority of the COVID-19 tests are being done at the National Influenza Center at the University Hospital of the West Indies, the new machine will give more capacity as the country moves into the community spread stage of the virus. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bissessor McKenzie, in her remarks, noted that there has been an increase in collection of samples. She noted as well that the ministry has been receiving samples from patients at health centers and hospitals with any kind of respiratory illness. 46 Jamaican deportees arrived at Kingston's Norman Manley International Airport from the United States on April 21st. The group landed shortly after 1 p.m. on board a special charter flight. They were met at the airport by a contingent of police personnel and health workers and left in a convoy of vehicles with police outriders. The deportees were transported to a government quarantine facility in New Kingston, where it is expected that they will remain for days before their release. This comes after it was announced that countries that refuse to accept the deportation of their citizens from the United States, even during the global COVID-19 crisis, are to face visa sanctions. The United States ambassador to Jamaica is offering $5,000 reward for anyone with information which could lead to the arrest and conviction of the men who fed a dog to a crocodile in St. Catherine, Jamaica. Donald Tapia made the announcement on Twitter, saying the reward was being offered in conjunction with the Jamaica Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. There was outrage last week as a video of the incident circulated on social media. The National Environment and Planning Agency condemned the actions of the people who carried out the act at the Greater Portmore sewage plant in St. Catherine. According to the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, feeding the crocodiles with dogs could be dangerous as the reptiles will start to associate humans with being fed and could condition the crocs to hunt larger prey. The agency has urged the public to desist from entering the area, noting that anyone found guilty of baiting the crocodiles would be charged under the Wildlife Protection Act. I am Pistol, and that was your Headline News. That was Headline News with Pistol from Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the world. Brought to you by Philadonian TV, sponsored by JoJoMacMusic.com.
I'm listening. Yeah, you know. Lord of mercy.